Good student, thank you again for finding this great time to be with me. Under this discussion, I want us to go through what I refer to this case as significant figures. I want us to discuss this particular area to know what are the significant numbers or figures, how to find those particular significant numbers in a particular question, and so on and so forth. Now, remember this, that in measurements, mostly, accuracy of numbers is determined by the number of decimal points a measurement is expressed in, right? That means that if a number is expressed as 2.0 centimeters, this particular number is more accurate as compared to a number that is expressed as 2 centimeters. Therefore, a number expressed as 1 decimal point is more accurate as a number that is expressed as a whole number. Now, some of the computation usually give us answers with many digits. You maybe have done a computation and then you find that particular computation gives you a number with so many digits. For instance, you may calculate a particular sum and get that the correct answer is 6.78923457869. Such a number has given you so many digits. Now, such number, in such a case, mostly you are advised to express such number in a simpler way. And one way to do this is actually use of standard forms. And therefore, numbers that are so tedious, numbers that have so many digits, can actually be written in a simple way by use of what we call the significant figures. Now, I want you to notice that digits from 1 to 9 are all significant figures whenever they appear in a number. So if you find a number with digit 1 up to 9, all those numbers are significant a number regardless of the place where they appear, right? Now, first digit from the left of a number is usually the first significant figures. So in this case, we are saying significant numbers are counted from the left to the right of a number. And therefore, the number of significant figures is determined mostly by counting digits from the first significant figures on the left as you move to the right. Are you together? Now, 0, there's this number called 0, because if you realize I've said 1 to 9 are all significant numbers, but I've not mentioned 0. So 0 can or cannot be a significant figure depending on the position where it lies. So the position where 0 lies determines whether that particular 0 is going to be a significant number or not. Now, 0 sometimes is just there to be as a placeholder, or sometimes we say it is there to be as well as a value holder. So in most cases, if 0 is not a significant number, then 0 is said to be what we call a placeholder or a value holder for that particular case. Now, remember this, that when 0 appears to the left end of a number, then it is not significant number. That if 0 appears to the left of a number, it's not a significant number. I've provided 1 or 2 examples here. Consider a number like 0.2. So because 0 is appearing to the left of a number, that 0.2 is that 0 is not a significant number, and therefore we are saying 0.2 has only one significant number, which is 2. Similarly, 0.002 actually has one significant figures, because the 3 zeros are not significant numbers, and so forth. So the number like 0.00567 has 3 significant figures. That is, 5 is the first significant figure, 6 is the second significant figure, and 7 is the third significant figure. So notice that if 0 appears to the left, that zeros are not significant figures. Similarly, if 0 occurs between non-zero numbers, then it is significant figure. For example, if I take a number like 20,004, you can see it has 30 in between 2 and 4. And because 2 and 4 are non-zero number, then all zeros are significant in this particular case. So this particular number has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figures together. So notice that anytime 0 appears between two non-zero number, then that particular zeros are significant. Now, if 0 occurs at the right-hand end of a decimal point, it is significant. E.g., if you end up with a number like 1.0 or 1.000 or 1.0000, all those zeros are significant because this 1.0 could be a number that is maybe rounded off, and therefore there was a number before or after that 0, and therefore this 1.0 has two significant figures. This 1.000 has four significant figures, and also this 1.00000 has approximately 6 significant figures. So anytime a 0 appears to the right of a decimal point, then it means that particular 0 is a significant number. Now, if 0 occurs at the right end of an integer, it may or may not be significant number. Remember, an integer is different from a decimal point, and therefore if 0 is to the right of an integer, then it means that 0 can be a significant number. At the same time, it may not be a significant number. For example, the number 7,500 could be corrected to one decimal, one significant, two significant, or three significant, or four significant figures. And therefore, for example, if you express this number to two significant figures, then 7 is the first one, 5 is the second one, then it means that if this particular number, 7,500, is expressed to two significant figures, then it means none of the 0 is significant, right? But at the same time, if this number, 7,500, is expressed to four significant numbers of figures, all the zeros then become significant. So if it depends where, or it depends to how many significant number those zeros to the right of the integer are stated. So there are times when those zeros are not significant, and there are times when those zeros are significant. On the other hand, if you consider a number like 995 to one significant figures, can be written as 1000, right? Or 1002 again to two significant figure. So if you write this number to one significant figure, it will be 1000. Again, if you write this number to two significant figure, it will be 1000. And therefore, none of the zero in the first case is significant. If you look at this, I've written this number to one significant figure, and therefore it's only one that is significant. The rest of zeros are not. But I've written this number to two significant figures, and you can see still the number comes to 1000. So for this case, it's only one and the first 0 that are significant. The other two zeros are not significant for that particular case. And therefore, we are therefore concluding that what happened is that whenever 0 appears to the right of an integer, those zeros may or may not be significant figures. It depends with the stated number of significant figures. So there's this particular question or an example that I've provided, says that state the significant figures in the following numbers. So the first one is 0.0078. Remember, we've said zeros to the left of a number are not significant figures, and therefore the first significant figure here is 7, followed by 8, which is the second. So this number has two significant figures. Similarly, If I take a number like 0.005600, this number, realize the zeros to the left are not significant, but the zero to the right are significant number. The zero to the right are significant because they are to the right of the decimal point, and therefore 5 is the first one, 6 second one, 0 third one, and the other 0 fourth one. So this number is written 0.0560 to is actually has 4 significant figures. I believe that area of significant figure has been simplified for your own understanding. Realize that 0 can be significant depending on the position where that particular 0 lies. I appreciate for your time, but also remember to be part of my class by subscribing so that I can notify you, or you can be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. I appreciate for your time and be blessed.